Jesus, what in the world? What's going on, guys? If you want to support our content and pick up this month's amazing Patreon rewards, you can do so at patreon.com/itresolves. If you're interested in custom playmats and sleeves, visit YourPlaymat.com and use code ITRESOLVES10YP for 10% off your entire purchase. What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to some more gameplay. Before we jump into today's deck, which might jog your memory from a deck we played recently, but before we jump into that, if you're not already, please subscribe. It would really mean a lot. It's great to have all the new people here hanging out with us in this awesome community that we have. We're very thankful for that community, and it's great to be growing that as we go along. Now, on Monday, I'm recording on Friday. I don't know if it's going up on Friday, but on Monday, we do have a giveaway going on. So if you want to join that giveaway, please feel free. All you got to do is subscribe. That's it. We have 5 platforms in total that you can follow, subscribe, or join on. That is YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. All 5 of those gets you the best possible chance at winning a free Midnight Hunt bundle. So do that. Anyway, we're actually going to be jumping into another Delver deck. So Thursday, again, I'm mixing up days, but Thursday we played a Delver deck that didn't really feel like a Delver deck. It was pulled from Aether Hub. It was basically an Izzet Dragons build with Delver thrown into it. Somebody even commented saying specifically that, and I was like, yeah, you're not wrong. I felt the exact same way. You can tell at the end of the video, I was just like, I don't think so. And so I thought I would try building my own true kind of Delver deck. One that focuses a lot more on keeping that curve very, very low, keeping a lot of instants and sorceries in the deck, and then hopefully drawing your way into some very aggressive turns. Now, to do that, we lower the creature count a substantial portion. We do still have some good creatures. Obviously, Delver's in here. Bloodthirsty Adversary, just a really nice scalable card. At worst, it's a 2/2 with haste for 2. That's not that bad. But obviously you can cast things from your graveyard for free if you've got the lands to do it. We do have a fairly low land count. We're sitting at 20, which truthfully for a Delver deck is actually not that low. But I do think in standard it's a little bit trickier to go lower than that. Magmatic Channeler is in here. This is a really interesting one. So it's a 2 mana, hopefully 4/4 in this list, that also gives us access to more cards off the top of our deck. So we do, if we find ourselves against a deck that really Test of Talents doesn't do anything against, then the idea being we can ditch it, or vice versa, Thundering Rebuke, something like that. We can ditch it and hopefully get some more cards off the top. And it's just a nice little threat. And then finally at the very top, this is only a 2 of because it is a lot more expensive, but Umara Mystic, a flyer for 3. It's a 1/3, but whenever you cast an instant, sorcery, or wizard spell, it gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn. The Channeler is a wizard, and then of course Delver of Secrets being a wizard. And so a lot of our deck, almost all of our deck, procs this, which is good. Now, for the instants and sorceries, I did focus some burn in here. So Frostbite, Play with Fire, Thundering Rebuke, all really going to help us kind of deal with the creatures on the board. Play with Fire obviously can hit the opponent, which is great, and it does scry, which means we can set up the Delver if we know we've got it. Consider essentially a very similar thing. It's kind of a scry, but the idea being that we could also fill the yard for the Magmatic Channeler, or flip a Delver if we know what's on top. You see a Guard Approach, interesting card. Basically, this taps a creature or gives one of our creatures hexproof, so we can use it as a save ourselves spell, or we can use it as a way to punch through the last few points of damage. Again, all of these cards proc the Mystic, which is really, really helpful. Deliberate, again, that scry being really important for the Delver in particular. Being able to fix the top of our deck is really crucial in this, and so that is where Deliberate kind of comes from here, is being able to fix the top of our deck, flip the Delver, because we know what's going to be there. Into the Roil, just another way of not only drawing cards hopefully later game, but being able to bounce something, get it out of the way so we can deal as much damage as possible. The goal of this deck is to try and win relatively quickly, but the strength of Delver is that it can deal with most things that the most early game things that the opponents might throw at us. And so we do have a lot of ways to kind of bounce and deal with stuff. We do have Test of Talents as a 3 of. This might be off base a little bit here. I did have some other ones, some more, I'll say, loose counter spells that aren't quite so focused. But this is just such a good get if you can remove or counter like a sweeper or something like that. That's really our biggest worry, and so that can hopefully help us get there. And then, of course, Prismari Command, just an absolute powerhouse card. Being able to choose 2 of these at any given situation is worth it. We do run, of course, Snowlands for the Frostbite, and that's it. It's pretty straightforward. It is a Delver deck. We're going to hopefully have some fun with it, hopefully get some wins. I really don't know what to expect. I haven't tried it on the ladder, but let's jump into it, guys. Let's have some fun. All right, guys, here we are for game number 1. This is not a very good hand. It is chocked full of creatures and a couple snarls, so I'm gonna mulligan this one. Ugh. The sad part about this is if we don't have 2 lands, we're in pretty rough shape, and so we're actually getting kind of unlucky here. I think we got a mulligan again, unfortunately. Ugh, I don't love it. Okay, yeah, we can deal with this. This isn't great, obviously. Having to throw a couple cards back here is not what you want, but we can certainly deal with that. Let's throw these 2 back. We'll throw the Snarl out, and we'll pass here. We're going to leave up that Play with Fire. Thankfully, again, a lot of the deck, not all of the deck, but a lot of it is instant speed, which does help us quite a bit. There's a Consider. Let's go ahead and throw the Channeler out there. It looks like the opponent is playing an Izzet build as well, potentially, and so I'd like to see what we can do here. They might be able to just kill this pretty quickly here, but at the very least, we've got some firepower in the hand, some things we can do, so not terribly worried about it. They do probably want to deal with this sooner rather than later. Interesting. Okay. Well, with that in mind, I think what we can do is Prismari Command, most likely. Killing this and then creating a treasure token. Yeah, I think that makes sense. That gets this off the field. It gives us a treasure, which can cast one of these nice little cards, and we'll attack in here. Not going to be for a lot of damage, obviously, but it's something. I do really like the Channeler. I feel like it's a pretty fun card. And a pretty good card. I mean, it's got some value to it. Interesting that they're playing this as a Snowland, but then not Snow Basics. Makes me think maybe they aren't a Frostbite deck? I'm not sure. Let's look at the top card of our deck and see what we want here. If it's a land, we throw it away. If it's a creature, we keep it. Ugh. I'm gonna throw it away. There's another Play with Fire. Essentially the same style card, so that's kind of okay with me. But we do need to get further into our deck here. All right, well, let's see what happens. Unfortunately, that mulligan to 5 really punishing us here. It is what it is, though. In a land with, or in a deck with only 20 lands, I say only 20. 20 is not that low, but you do expect that some amount of that is going to happen. Now the question is, do we double up here? I kind of think so. Just get rid of it. We're filling up our yard, crucially, so any channelers that we get, anything like that, it's going to be helpful. Into the Roil, not bad, because we can just bounce whatever they play. And actually draw a card off of it as well. So I'm kind of cool with that. Snarl, not very good for us, but Prismari Command, not bad. So... this is kind of the trick with Delver, is that because the land count is slightly lower than normal, you generally have some good plays off the top of your deck. So you are going to be living off the top of your deck a decent amount, but, you know, you can make that work. All right, so we pass here. We do have the Test of Talents up, and this is going to be an instant / sorcery style deck, so my expectation is that we should be able to get something out here. Archmage. Okay. Well, we definitely get to kill that, which is nice. With the Prismari Command here. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's deal to... Actually... Let's take the 3 first. My worry is... So I kind of want to use the Prismari Command to draw, but I don't want to have to discard every little thing. So let's do this. I'm assuming they can kill this, and maybe we should have done this in a different order, but let's just do this, and we're not going to draw off of the Prismari Command. That might have been a mistake, but we definitely messed up the order here. The sequencing is not correct. We should have Prismari Commanded on the end of their turn, created a treasure, and then they're going to shock here to get some damage off. That playing the Delver was not smart there, but that's fine. We get that off the field. We still get to leave up the Test of Talents here, so if they do have any follow-up plays that are non-creatures, basically, we should be able to counter it. All right. Curious to see how this goes. That's a definite counter, because this is such a high profit spell for them that we might as well go ahead and counter it. It's also nice because it just gets it out of the deck here. And graveyard, sure. So we're gonna get all those out of there. They do get to draw, or no, they don't get to draw any cards, excuse me. That's kind of nice. We just like really shut that down there. That was really helpful. Oh no, we're just drawing lands. Oh, this feels bad. We should have actually held on to that. That's okay. Not the best showing off of this game 1, but you know what? It's all good. There is the Freezing Flame. We're gonna get an attack in here. What can we draw? A Channeler would be nice. Oh, wow. Okay, well, ask and you shall receive. We did it. Chances are we're still gonna die here, but Channeler is a nice little blockade for them to have to get through. I mean, they've got shock in hand. I assume they only need another. I mean, they could have just another shock and they can deal with it. So, and actually, this stacks onto this, so they could do some. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and concede. Unfortunately, not the best game 1, but that's okay. Let's jump into game 2 right now. All right, guys, here we are for game number 2. And actually, yes, we can keep this because we've got plenty of draw in the hand. I'm certainly okay with just letting this go. We can consider at the end of the turn here and see what we get. Let's go ahead and do it now. We'll take the action and throw that one away. There's our red source. That's perfect. Let's go ahead and throw that out there. And I think we just pass here. Again, all of our deck at this point is instant speed stuff, really. So, sure. You can have your little Eye Witch. I'm gonna go ahead and get this one out of here. We're filling up our graveyard here for the Channeler, but we're also gonna go ahead and get this out of the way. What this allows us to do, play an island and pass, and then we have Test of Talents up, which can essentially just get rid of this, which seems pretty good. And we'll just pass. Easy enough. Excuse me. All right. So what they should do is attack first, but I'm guessing, based on them playing the other Eye Witch first, that they may not. Okay, enters the battlefield or attacks. So I think we'll deliberate here. Oh. Well, all of these are quite good, actually. Yeah, I'll take both of these. The Thundering Rebuke is going to be able to deal with this. We do have to discard a card to do it, but I think we actually can discard the Test of Talents and be perfectly fine, truly. Let's go sorcery speed, yes. Maybe it's actually Into the Roil that we throw back. Yeah, I think it will be Into the Roil. So here we're leaving up all of our hands. Again, this is kind of that strength of the Delver deck where it's able to play either side of the aisle here, so to speak. And we'll see what they want to do. Perfect. So we'll just go ahead and test of talents that, get it out of there. Nothing in the hand. That's helpful. Nothing in the deck. Is this their only one? Cool. Well, we got it. We didn't have to discard our hands, so that's helpful. Interesting. All right. I think let's deliberate now. Ooh. Don't particularly want either of those. Land is helpful, don't get me wrong, but we really don't need land at the moment. Let's go ahead, let's play that Delver, and we'll leave up the Play with Fire here. We may not have to use it on the Eye Witch, to be honest, but we do get a scry off of it, which does mean we're probably going to want to. Sure. Let's deal it here. Let's get the scry. The Channeler is very good, but I think we need to scry it to the bottom. No blocks, that's fine. We have to get Delver flipped. That is really the goal right now. If we get a land, we can adversary and still get something off of this, like killing something here, but we really want to get that flipped. All right. There's the Skyclave, sure. Reveal, perfect. Perfect. That was exactly what we wanted there. All right, we're gonna attack in. And I think we just... Oh, crap. Guys, I'm dumb. We're gonna die now. Why did I do that? That was so stupid. Oh well. I should have frostbitten. Used frostbite on that first. That was so stupid. All right. Ugh, I'm the worst. Okay, let's kill the Eye Witch here. They're gonna learn off of it for sure, but that's fine. I can't believe I did that. That was so stupid. I'm not thinking clearly. It is early, so sorry guys, that's my fault. That's fine. All right, there's the exhibition. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So they don't have a 7th land to play it yet, which is, I guess, some consolation. We're just gonna die. Man, if only I hadn't messed that up. We could have used Frostbite on the Scourge. That would have been really solid. This is gonna power it up even more. We just have to play this out and block with it. Ugh. I can't believe that. I really messed that one up. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Ugh. That probably means we just lose here, right? They can just exhibition. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and concede. That was just a misplay on my end, but that's fine. Let's go ahead, let's jump into a game 3. All right, guys, let's hope we can do a little better this time. We definitely kind of messed up on that last game, but that's okay. We got this. We got this. This is a pretty interesting hand. The Snarl isn't exactly what we want. Maybe the Snarl's not a good card to have. Oh, my dog is just chilling here, guys. You want to come up? Hi. Okay, no, she just wants to play. She's being silly. All right. Let's throw this out. They played that. I'm gonna pass. We can leave up Frostbite / Play with Fire here. Or do we want to deliberate? I want to deliberate. My dog is being silly, guys. I'm gonna draw the Into the Roil here. The reason being, we can just bounce this and it doesn't really do the thing. So I'm gonna try that. Obviously we can just kind of pass though here. Alternatively, I guess we can just play out the Channeler. Yeah, I'll play the Channeler out and then we'll leave up a burn spell here. That seems fine. Let's get the Channeler going. Okay, cool. Definitely just gonna kill that, so that's fine. Perfect. All right, let's kill this. We are gonna have to pay 3 life to do it. That's fine. Getting rid of that stupid little witch is a really good idea. All right, let's do this. How aggressive do we want to be? Probably not that aggressive, but we can just attack in here for free. The trick is, like, do we want to get rid of this before they can use, like, Plum or whatever, Plume? I think we just pass, though. I think it's fine. We'll see. I've been misplaying like crazy, so we'll see what happens. I do really like this build, though. I feel like it could do something. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Okay. Yes. Get rid of that. Resolve. And I think we'll just go ahead and get rid of this then as well. We might as well at this point. That's gonna resolve, and then we can just bounce this. And then the duress doesn't hit anything. We were gonna lose it anyway, so we might as well have played it. That just kept us from losing a card, so I'm kind of cool with that. Now the question is, do we want to use this for to get rid of the Test of Talents? I don't think so. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack in here. We can Test of Talents their removal spell, which I'm assuming they have for this, and then we're in decent shape. My dog is going crazy here, guys. I'm gonna let this resolve. I'm not that worried about an Environmental Sciences. Chances are that's the only one they have, and if they do have them, it's in their sideboard anyway, so there's really no point of using Test of Talents on that. This time I will get rid of it just because there's no reason not to. Okay. None there, and just the 2 in the graveyard, so that's fine. We now obviously see their hand, so I'm glad that we got rid of all their creatures, because now Village Rites is a heck of a lot worse. There is a Delver. We're not going to play the Delver because we see that they've got the Meathook Massacre, and so I'm not really inclined to just throw that away. They may try and Massacre this turn, which would get rid of the Channeler, but it's basically a 1-for-1. Yeah, so I'm glad we didn't Delver. They gain a life, sure, but that's not the end of the world. So let's just play out the Delver, and we'll pass here. We actually get to leave up Into the Roil with Kicker, so my assumption is they're going to Pest Summoning. Yep. I guess, though, if we do Into the Roil, they probably just Village Rites it. So I think we'll wait. All right, give me an instant or sorcery, please. Yes, reveal, happily. All right, well, that's pretty good. We did it. We get to leave that up as a protection spell here, which is great, and just get some damage in. All right, perfect. So when they do that, we then get to do this to bounce the other one. And again, this is just getting rid of everything that they can possibly do here, essentially, which is great. So now they've got nothing again to sacrifice. We get to leave up the pro spell, so I'm feeling pretty good. Give it hexproof until the end of the turn. Perfect. We really shouldn't play extra lands. I keep forgetting that. Because we've got Prismari Command, it's better to hold on. But it is what it is. Oh, very good. So they're gonna trade. Sure. Okay. I mean, we're both in top deck mode now. And we just have to pass. There's nothing we can do. Frostbite doesn't hit anything at this point, so we'll see. Oh, that's rude. That's very rude. We'll lose 3. That's so scary. We'll discard. Okay. Yep. All right. Well, chances are now with the Lantern, there's very little we're going to be able to do here, so we'll discard. And they're just going to activate this as many times as they can. They don't even have to do that much. Man, what a draw off the top. That's pretty solid by the opponent here. Okay, well. No and no. Don't need either of those. Oh man, seriously? Alright, well, we're just dead. God, I was hoping we could get at least one win. We're gonna try one more quick game, guys. I just want to see if we can get one win with this. If we can't, that's fine. I think we could have earlier when we messed up, but that's okay. Let's see what we can do. All right, guys, here we are again. We're trying it. We're just gonna keep it. If you hear my dog going crazy in the background, there was a dog outside that started barking and this happened. So if you can't hear it, then great, but you never really know. All right. Just gonna go aggressive and frostbite this. They get a treasure token. That's fine. All right. Can't really do anything with our hand at the moment. I guess we could have dropped the adversary, but I don't really love that play. Sure. We're gonna go ahead and just get that off of there too. We might play with fire solely for the scry. Yeah, let's do it. Oh. I mean, Channeler's pretty good. We do need a blue land, but I'm gonna keep it. Dude, she is going crazy. I know you guys probably can't hear it, but my goodness. All right. Hopefully we don't die. I really like the Channeler. It's so good. But it's probably not gonna be the best here. Oh no. All right. We're just gonna drop the adversary because we kind of just need to get stuff going here. Let's attack in with this. I'm gonna discard the Test of Talents. I mean, we can't play either of these. All right, that's fine. But it did buff up the Channeler, which is good here. I guess we can do this. We need to do this at instant speed because we can. So that's kind of helpful. Sure, they get an attack in here. This skeletal swarming is kind of solid. All right, give me something. Okay, they're gonna create a treasure and draw a couple cards. Sure. All right. Let's see. I really wish we could bounce that. But I think we get rid of this because this is their life gain, which is kind of the scary part. We need a land so badly here. I think we pass though. Just makes it so these don't really get to attack. I mean, I guess they have to. Oh my god, they both get it? What in the world? We are just getting wrecked, guys. This is not our day. That's all that this amounts to. I'm gonna try and kill one of them. The adversary's kind of done its work anyway. We're gonna take 10. It's a lot of damage. All right. God, they just get so much value off of those. Jesus, what in the world? All right, I'm gonna concede. Let's chat about this list. All right, guys, that was a rough set of games. We did not get any wins, but I do think this is a much truer Delver deck than the one that we played the other day. Is it good? Doesn't seem like it, but I do think that there's something to this build. I think the configuration of instants and sorceries, things like Test of Talents, maybe that's not the best option. I think we could have just a general counterspell, and that would probably be a lot better. But I do really like the style of play with the Delver deck. It's always a really fun one. Ideally, you'd like it to be a bit more aggressive, and I feel like it's very difficult to make that work in Standard right now. But it is still a really fun deck, so I do recommend you guys trying it out, testing around with it, seeing what you guys can come up with. It is very, very fun to play with Delver. If you've never played with Delver before, it's a good one. So, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for indulging me as I lose every game. I hope you all had a fun time watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Thanks for watching, guys.